YouTube tarot reader, Lisa Lee, has been found using bad language during her twice-weekly live streams. In a shocking turn of events, it has also been discovered that she will not tell you what you want to hear, only what you need to know. The internet is in collective shock that authenticity is alive and well in this corner of the YouTube meta space. Do not watch if you are easily offended.
Yes, indeed. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Beyond Authentic. Welcome to a tarot session. We're going to be doing some live readings tonight. And you can ask pretty much any question at all. Now, I'm going to be using the Light Seers deck, which is a beautiful, very modern deck. Very sort of, it's lots of blues and aquas, very calm, very nice, chilled out deck. I've also got, by the way, a pendulum on hand. Now, this lovely pendulum, spoilers if you are a Witch Casket subscriber, okay, because this may or may not have been in Witch Casket this month. So if you don't want to, in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll see if I've got another I'll see if I've got another pendulum on hand, because I normally, oh, it's not in there anymore. I just realized that was something else entirely in there. That was a working. I will have a look and see if I can find my other pendulum, or one of the other pendulums, so that I'll use that instead of using something that may or may not have come in Witch Casket. Yeah, I have. I've got them in here. Right then. Do you know, it's a good job. It's a good job. I just thought that. Oh, and I've dropped a crow's foot, everyone. Never mind. We'll pop that up there. That's good. As you do, isn't it? Oh, also, yay, festive lights, because it's festive light time or something like that. So then, come on. I mean, it's, you know, they are skulls, but at least they're festive lights. So then, everybody, I do have a lovely pendulum that was in the Witch Casket box, but because I don't want to give away just exactly what that pendulum was, I think tonight we might use either the amethyst pendulum or I think, do you know what? I think we'll use the quartz pointer, because I really like how this looks. I love it. I love it. We might use that one tonight. So then, yes, we put those back over there where they live, because that's what I do these days. I put things in their places. I know, who would have thunk it? Anyway, good evening, everybody. I hope you are all doing fantastically well this Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, wherever you are in the world watching this. I'm going to light some candles. So let's explain how tarot works on this channel. Basically, tarot is a system. If you've never had a tarot reading before, it's a system of 78 cards. They're split into two sections, the major arcana and the minor arcana. Okay, the major arcana is the, come on, light. Oh, burnt my finger. The major arcana are the headlines, as I always call them, of the story, right? So these are the cards that you often see on telly or in movies. These are the cards that are the big hitters, okay? These are the big important ones. Thank you very much, Bryn. I will get to you very, very shortly. So these are the ones that are the headlines, right? The story, the big picture cards. The small picture cards are the minor arcana, and these are the ones that fill in all the details, right? I don't say that tarot comes from anywhere else other than these really lovely pictures on the decks. The tarot is different to oracle in that every single tarot deck works on the same system, right? So in every deck you'll have a death or rebirth card. It might be called something else, it might look a different way, but in most decks card 13 will be some variation of death, rebirth, you know, transformation, things like that. The meaning is always the same. In an oracle deck, you can have 20 cards, you can have 80 cards, and there's no system. Every single card will mean something different. So if you've got 3 different oracle decks, they're working on 3 different systems. In theory, 3 different tarot decks should all work the same system, even though sometimes the cards are renamed, or the suits are renamed, or the court cards are renamed, or they might go from being really elaborate sort of medieval paintings through to 3 or 4 line, you know, cartoons. It's all based on the same system. So that's how tarot is. That's what tarot is. I've been reading for 28 years, and in that time I've got my own way of working with the cards, if you like. I work with an elemental dragon, an elemental energy called Wispy, who is an air dragon, an air elemental, and it's actually an egregore servitor tulpa thought form thing. And if you go down into the comments, down into the description on this video, there is a link just after the first block. There is a link just before the split where it's got a link to a podcast that me and Neil filmed all about what the dragons are. Okay, how we do tarot on this channel is dead simple. We open up a round. If anybody wants to take a chance to get a free reading, wait till I open up a round, put your question into the live chat starting with the word question. I will then go through and grab one of those at random. Or as Chan's Juicy Tarot and Bryn have done now, thank you very much to both of you, they have sent a super chat. I need to find a thing, don't I? I need to find a super chat, super chat. I need to find something like that for a super chat. But anyway, you can send a super chat. That will guarantee your reading is up next, right? If I get more than one super chat, as I've got in now, I will go through those in the order that they came in until we've done all of those, and then I'll open up a free round. So that's how it works on this channel. A little bit of housekeeping. So we've got moderators. The moderators are the most amazing bunch of people. They're all super friendly, super nice, super caring, loving, wonderful, warm, fluffy, bunny human beings until you mess with them, right? My mods are the most amazingly light workers group of people. All I will say, though, is fuck around and find out. Because my mods are also very, very, very good at banning people if you're coming in and being a dick, if you're trying to flood the channel with Christian rhetoric or Islamic rhetoric or Jewish rhetoric or Buddhist rhetoric or whatever. They are very good at not allowing that here. This is a free and welcome space to everybody, regardless of your belief, regardless of who or what or how you practice. This is a welcoming space for all. We respect each other's opinions. We respect each other's paths. So if you are a believer, a non-believer, and if you are a believer, whatever form that belief takes, you are welcome here. Okay, tarot is non-denominational, but the mods are very good at keeping things friendly in the chat. Now, I do have ADHD, amongst other things, and the mods are very great at helping me maintain my focus on the cards and making sure that everything runs smoothly. They've got complete autonomy. If a moderator, so you'll tell if it's a moderator because their name is in blue with a little spanner next to them. If a moderator asks you a question, please answer. If they ask you not to do something, please answer. Please follow what they're saying, because they are the ones that allow me to do this on my end. Okay, so thank you very much. The other bit of housekeeping is that tarot is only for entertainment purposes only. You do make all of your own decisions about your own life. Just down there on the bottom of the screen. Tarot should never be used to replace medical advice, legal advice, financial advice, or counseling advice. If you are looking for support in those areas, please do seek out a professional in those areas. I am not a professional in those areas. I might be classed as a gifted amateur in some of those areas, but I'm not a professional. Okay, so don't ask me if your stocks in, I don't know, Pinterest, because apparently Pinterest has stocks. I don't know. But if you've got stocks in Pinterest, don't ask me whether they're going to go up or down this year. I've got no idea, no clue. Don't ask me if Uncle Bob's illness is going to get better. No idea. Not medical advice. Don't ask me if you should take your cat to the vet because it ate, I don't know, wash powder. Chances are, yes, you should do that. If your cat ate a load of wash powder, take it to the bloody vet. But don't ask me. Cards won't tell you that, okay? Don't ask me whether or not you should sue a large company because you stubbed your toe in a supermarket. I don't know. Try it. Don't know. It doesn't do that, right? So all of those exceptions aside, what tarot does for me and what we do on this channel is we try and give you the guidance you need. It's not going to be the answers you're looking for, right? So if you have just started dating someone and you want to know a bit about whether that romance is going to go long term, if the cards say no, I will tell you no. Don't come and ask a question if you're not able to handle that answer, okay? And the third thing to bear in mind, thank you, my darling. Yeah, pop it on that tray there. Okay, thank you. Oh, I love you. Thank you very much. Rufus just brought me a decaf coffee because I've had so much coffee. Is that a normal one? That's okay. I don't mind. I might not be asleep till 3 in the morning. I did, but never mind. It's all right. I might not be asleep till 3 in the morning, though. No change there, then. I know, right? But the third piece to bear in mind is anything you put on the internet is there for life, plus several hundred years, right? So I could take this stream down tomorrow. It will already be on things like the Wayback Machine. It will already be recorded. FBI, CIA, MI5, all of those people have got access. We know that now. YouTube keeps the information, even if it's deleted. YouTube's got it somewhere in a database somewhere. We know that now, right? So if you are having an affair with your boss, if you are doing something you shouldn't be doing, if you are smoking something that's illegal where you are, if you are, I don't know, if you just nicked several televisions from a shop and you know, don't tell us here on the interwebs, because you're likely to get in trouble, or maybe not. But if there's something you don't want the world to know, keep it to yourself. You can always go ahead and book a tarot reading over on my website, which is beyondauthentic.co.uk, or as you can see there at the bottom, or you could go ahead and book memberships and book readings over on buymeacoffee.com/beyondauthentic. Either way, that keeps your privacy to yourself. Equally, please don't share private things here that you don't want other people to know about. So if you've got some mental health diagnoses that you don't want your friends to know about, don't put them in the chat. If you've just done something that the world is going to think, oops, don't put it in the chat, right? Protect your privacy at all costs. Right then, all of that being said, I know, right? It's a lot of run up, isn't it? It's a lot of housekeeping. Let's have a look at who is here in the chat. I'm going to go quickly through who's here. Nans and Jack's Culture, Health and Witchcraft channel. Good evening to you. I will be guesting on this channel sometime in the new year. So yes, hello and welcome to you. Oh, excuse me. That's my coffee repeating on me already. Chan's Juicy Tarot, good evening to you, my darling. I hope you are well. Ed is one of our moderators. Good evening to Ed. Patricia is another moderator. Good evening to Patricia. Holland, another moderator. Good evening to Holland. Look at that, putting the lovely messages in the chat. Yeah, in the chat, keeping it all good. Good evening, Chances to everybody saying hello to each other. Angel, hello, Angel, my darling. I hope you are well. Who else have we got? Oh, hang on. Chan's Juicy Terror, you recently got a spell casting and you think it was just a scam. Possibly. There's a lot of those, or from Etsy, possibly. There is a lot of those doing the rounds, right? I will break your curse. I will cure your black magic. I will do your working for abundance in 2024. Just pay me XYZ. There's a lot of that about, right? I don't know whether my spellcasting gig is still up on Fiverr or not. It might not be. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not. Let me just double check. Hang on. Let me just double check because the tarot gig is up. I don't think it is. I don't think it. Do you know what? Can I just say this, right? Open message to all platforms everywhere. Can you please stop fannying around with your bloody screen and how it looks and what your screens are and where you put things, because I just about get used to it, and then you move everything around and I can't find anything that I'm looking for. It's really annoying. It isn't up on Fiverr at the moment, so yes. Peacock Rainbow, good evening to you. I will be offering spell castings probably in the new year at some point. Yeah, they could be useful. I agree. Who else have we got here? There's lots and lots and lots and what? Oh, look, that's cool. Your tarot deck has feathers, acorns, shells, and something else. So feathers will be air, so that will be swords, probably. Acorns will probably be pentacles or discs because that's the earth element. Shells will be cups because it's water. And so then you would have, what have we not got? Wands. There'll be something fire. That sounds cool, Holland. That sounds very cool. Necri Neil says, remember anything shared on the internet? Yes, there's Neil's another moderator here as well. And also Neil is the producer of the podcast. So we've got our podcast for December is up on the channel on Monday, tomorrow. Our fabulous members who can join just down below, as it says there, our members have access to it already. So members get videos generally a day early, at least if I can. Some things like the Witch Casket videos are time related, so they need to get up as soon as possible, but I'll always let you know when one is released. Crystals for fire. Okay, no, I can see that. I can see that. I think. Yeah, I can see that. No, that's cool. You've had 5 coffees today. Oh my God. That's almost as bad as me, Chan. So I had one when I got up. I treat myself in the morning. Oh gosh, this is so. I will get on to your reading, Brian, I promise. In the morning, I treat myself to a Tassimo Costa. I know. That's my little treat, right? So I put the thing in and I go. But I've also found, by the way, have a look online. If you've got a Costa, an espresso, a Dolce Vita Grita, whatever it's called, Dolce Gusto, whatever they are. If you've got a pod machine, online there is a company where you can send them and they recycle the pods. They take all the coffee out and then they recycle the metal bits and the plastic bits. And it's for free. They send you some bags, you put them in. So all I've got in the kitchen, I've got a bag hanging next to, or at the other end of the kitchen next to the bin, and I take my Tassimo pod out, put it in there. When the bag is half full, you literally fold it over, pop it along to your local, I think it's Every, scan a little thing, print out a thing, pop it in and post it, and then they recycle them for you. It's really cool. So yes, I do. I am now on coffee. I've had one just before the members only stream because we do a members only at 6. So I had one just before that. Hang on, I had a Tassimo this morning, a Costa. Then I had one while I was in the lounge. I had one when I came in here cleaning. I had one just before the members only, one during the members only. Oh God, this is number 6. I am not sleeping. I'm not sleeping till Thursday, am I? Gosh. God. There's a reason why the members are called the Coffee Club crew. You can't drink cold coffee. Oh, you can drink cold coffee, but not cold tea. Cold tea's nice. Cold tea's all right. I don't mind cold tea. Not like PG Tips tea, but like cold, like nice herbal tea's good. You wish you could spell while typing. Don't worry, love. Lioness, good evening to you as well, my darling. You drink cold tea in the States. Yeah, but it's different to over here. It's not a black tea. You drink green teas and things like that. No, it's very different. You like my earrings? Thank you, my darling. They are the Death's Head moths. The Death Moth. Rearrange these words until it makes sense. Death's Head Moth earring. Silence of the Lambs style earring thing. That one of those. You've only had one today. You want a professional barista coffee maker? I just want a barista in my house. Do you know what I mean? It's like if I was mega rich. Good evening, Wolf Boyo. I hope you're fine. You're well today. The pods are really expensive, but it's cheaper. Right. So it is. I only drink Costa from the Tassimo, and it's something like £6 for 16 or something like that, or £6 for 8. That's a lot cheaper than £3.50 for a coffee. Plus, the nearest one to us is quite far away. So we're not that far, but we'd have to get in the car, drive to it, and we always have one each. So then it's like £6-7 plus whatever the petrol is to get there and back. By the time you've paid £6-7 for 2 coffees, I could have 8 coffees in the Tassimo, and it tastes almost as good. You love coffee, but if it's cold, it's a puke. No, I love it. Balto's got 70 Christmas presents. Oh my Lord. We've got a fair few for the doggos. We haven't got 70 though, but that is a lot. You can do black tea cold, but you had lemon and make it sweet. Yes, we call that lemon tea because you have to be specific in the UK. Also in the UK, we've got a kettle that heats the water to boiling, and then you put it in and you steep, and then you do things like that, right? That's what we do. That is what we do. Coffee is life. I agree. Nescafe is okay. I mean, you know, any coffee you buy, there's always implications on where it comes from and sourcing it, and is it fair trade, which is why I tend to stick to Costa rather than Starbucks. And it's why I was getting the packed coffee subscription, but I've stopped getting that because we've got the Tassimo. So yeah, although I am looking, oh, that's nice though. I am looking. I've seen online where you can get reusable Tassimo pods. It's like made out of metal or rubber or something, and you basically put your own coffee in it, put it in the machine. So that is something I might be looking at into for the new year. Oh no, definitely not. No, don't make your tea and put it in the microwave to heat it up. Also, don't just use the hot water tap. Although I know it's different in other countries, but here in the UK, the hot water taps traditionally were like the dodgy lead taps. You know, really like dodgy, bad quality taps. They were not the good ones. Oh, don't ever. You got some tea to help you sleep? Is it special tea, Ed? Is it tea that you can't talk about on the internet because it's not quite legal in the UK yet, because we're still so many years behind America? But no, do not watch how Americans make tea. Just like, I love my American viewers. I love you all. We've got American members. I seriously, like, if I could, I would move to actually Canada because they've got a healthcare system. But I would move over there if I could. I absolutely love the place. My dream place to go and visit is she forgets, New Orleans and all around that area, the deep south. But I also want to go New York. I also want to go San Francisco, blah 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 blah. Loads of places I would love to go, but I would never drink a cup of tea in any of them because I know how a lot of you make them. Oh, that sounds lovely, actually, Ed. That does sound lovely. Yes. Yes. This is why in the UK, and I know it's different in the States because you've got these, and I've seen these cooker taps or whatever they're called, where it's like you get boiling hot water that comes from your main tap, so you can make a hot drink, right? Ooh, we don't even use the hot water tap if you're making pasta. We don't even use the hot water for that. The hot water tap in the UK is just to fill a bath or to fill your washing up bowl when you're doing the washing up. No, you don't drink out of the hot water tap. Like, our boiler currently is off because we need a radiator replacing, which hopefully they're going to do fairly soon. I had to order it because our radiator is 2 meters 10 centimeters, 210 centimeters. That's a lot, right? Anyway, it's like 7 foot or something. But anyway, yeah, you only use your hot water tap in the UK for washing up, filling a sink to wash your face, filling a bath to wash your body, or that's about it, because it's not drinkable in most places in the UK because of a mix of pipes, the way that the hot water systems used to work, all of that. And I'm sure it's very different these days. But anyway, now we've discussed how you make tea and coffee over in the States versus the UK. I know, right? First world problems. And now we've discussed how you can only use your hot tap for things other than making drinks. Now we're going to do some tarot readings where we're not going to use hot water at all. So yes. Anyway, if oh gosh, I'm going to be here on Tuesday, right, for more tarot. And then between Christmas and New Year, I'm going to be talking to the mods this week about what our scheduling is going to be, because the streams are falling on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So I'm going to make sure that the mods are available on certain days, or that, you know, if they're not, we can move the streams, things like that. It may be that we don't do Sunday and Tuesday for Christmas. It may be that we do a day in between. I might do a members only stream in between, Ask Me Anything. And there will be a live stream over on Beyond Authentic Health and Beauty for me and Rufus to talk about, you know, food, binging, all of that. So yeah, do check that out if you haven't already. So then let's go ahead. Look at that, Nightbot's just agreeing with you there. Let's go and add 1 tarot card to boiling water, add milk and sugar to taste. Oh no, No. If it's a tarot card, you have to let the tarot card steep, right? Then you add your plant-based milk of choice. So either oat milk or oat milk in my case. You then add a slightly slithery, just a little tiny drop of honey, right? So you've got your milk, you've got your honey. You then add in 3 large handfuls of goodness. You channel Reiki energy through the tarot card into the cup. You hold it aloft like so, and it boils the milk for you from the sheer power of the universe. And then you take out the tarot card and you let it waft. You enjoy the delicate bouquet of the largely soppy tarot card in the milk and honey, and then you pour it down the sink because it probably tastes like shit. But you know, the thoughts there. Right, should we go? Let's get on and do. So taking and putting a mug of water in the microwave for tea is bad. We have microwaves in the UK, but also we have kettles. So I don't really look. Can you see the steam? I don't know if you can see the steam coming off. Yeah, look at that. That's because you boil the kettle, get super boiling water, and then microwave. I guess that does work. You can microwave your water to heat it up. I guess it's just. Let's be honest. Everyone in the UK is a snob when it comes to tea. I don't even drink tea. I've only got tea bags for guests. So yeah, right. Oh, I apologise for the slurping. It's not the British way. Oh no, you couldn't terribly do things like that. Oh no. Clarence Heiss. Right, let's stop all this nonsense about tea and coffee, because you know I could talk about tea and coffee for all bloody day. Clarence Heiss. That's how they do it at Clarence Heiss. Clarence Heiss. Yeah, it's Heiss. Let's get on with some tarot reading, shall we? Let's get on with some tarot reading. So let's go ahead. I'm going to change the doodah. Where's my banner gone? I can't even see which banner's up. There we go. And I'm going to hit this and we're going to start with the tarot. So then everybody, I've got 2 in and that's where we're going to start. And then after that, I'm going to open a round. Oh, no. That one. Okay, Bryn, I've got your question up and we are going to bring in the card cam and we're going to have a look. Oh, let's have a look. Right then, Bryn, I've got your question. Let's change camera. Hopefully this will work. It wasn't working recently on a video that I was making. Oh, it does. Look at that. There we go. Just get it into position, bring it down a little bit. There we go. So then, Bryn, that's a bit crooked, isn't it? I know what some of you are like. If it isn't in the right place, it will be very, very distracting for some of you. So then, Bryn, let's have a look at your question. Before we do, we need to do the usuals. We cleanse the space. Don't worry. I've got something stuck under my chair, so I was trying to bring the chair forward a little bit, and it didn't work because I've just put my Crocs back on. I've got nice fluffy Crocs, you see. So then, recently you met Mr. N at work. It seems there is a mutual attraction. We have a meeting on Monday. His thoughts towards you, an opportunity to talk outside of work. Well, before we answer this one, Bryn, I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to go into the live chat so I can see your response. First of all, there is an actual question that I'm going to ask, right? And that is, do you know what Mr. Bryn's sexuality is in terms of with yourself? Mr. N's sexuality. Do you know whether or not, like, it's compatible? Because obviously if you're attracted to Mr. N, if Mr. N likes people of a different gender than you, then that may not happen. Okay, so yeah, do you know if there's any contact there? And also, I guess it will depend on it. I tell you what, we'll do the reading and then we'll get into what might happen after, right? That's what we'll do. We'll do it that way round. I'm going to come onto the right. So I'm off the live chat now. So let's have a look. Wispy, my darling. Wispy, wispy, wispy. Come on through. Hang on, just in case. Right, there we go. So then, Wispy, Bryn would like to know. They've met Mr. N at work, and it seems that there is a mutual attraction there, right? They've got a meeting at work on Monday. And what we want to know, Wispy, is what Mr. N's thoughts are towards Bryn, and is there an opportunity to talk outside of work? Okay, let's have a look. Right then. So here we go. Thank you. I think that was Neil that posted that. Thank you, Neil. I don't know why that comment's been hidden, but thank you for that. Right then, here we go. So then we're going to do, I've done the drop. We'll do the inverse triangle. Why not? It's my patented, magician. It's my patented, the Emperor. Okay. It's my patented spread. Oh, the Six of Pentacles. No. Could say that for every card, couldn't I? But yeah, right. Okie dokie. And then we'll see the connective tissue, Three of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. And we'll have a look at the root. I wish I could roll my R's like Sylvester McCoy does in Doctor Who. So then let's have a look. So, hang on. I'm not on me buttons. There we go. I'm on my buttons now. So we've got the Magician. Now this is coming up reversed. Now this deck is very different to the standardized images of the Magician. The standard image of the Magician is obviously like this. You can see the figure, one arm up, one arm down, as above, so below, all of that. You have got this element here because you've got the two hands, one above, one below, as above, so below. You've got this, you can't quite see, there's an infinity symbol here on the hood, but there's actually an infinity loop being made. So it goes, the energy is coming out of this hand, or possibly into this hand, but I think it's coming out of this hand. It goes through this universal cosmos energy thing, back through into this hand, through the body, and back. So we've got this giant infinity loop. Now, what the Magician actually represents is having the ability to mold the universe around you right now. Now, because we're asking about what the opportunity is with Mr. N, this is reversed, which I think is saying that I don't think right now, although this is, hang on a second, right? So Wispy, if we're doing this past, present, future, no, sorry, we're not, are we? We're doing where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is. Right, okay, that makes it different. So where you are, so this is reversed. Right, it doesn't really change it. Sorry, I'm waffling. I don't think the Magician in this position is coming in and saying that you're going to be able to create a love life with Mr. N, right? It doesn't say that you're going to be able to do the Magician's trick of manifesting the world that you see, that you want, because it's reversed, right? If it was this way round, you've got the control. This way round, you don't have that control as such. There's a slight element here about being controlled, but it would depend on Mr. N's rank compared to you in the workplace. So if he's a boss, then it means that he has that power, but it also then brings up HR questions and things like that, because in a lot of large companies, you can't date your boss. You might be able to date a co-worker that's on the same sort of level, but a boss, there will be policies and that in place to protect the employees from exploitation. So it may well be that there are limits there. So just be aware that this is not saying that you are able to manifest this. And also, I don't think it's saying that Mr. N is able to manifest this. I'm getting from this card more of it being a blockage of manifesting your desire, if that makes sense. In the what you need to know, we've got the Emperor, and this is why I'm saying, is he a boss? Because I get a feeling that there's something here where he is in some kind of authority or some kind of position, because the emperor is all about, you can see, look, here's the king in chess. He is the final boss. He is the one he's literally using the world as a beanbag. Do you know what I mean? As a beanbag chair. The emperor is the one that makes the final decisions. As much as we talk about equality and the empress and all of that, the emperor is in the final, as far as the sort of political, you know, the mundane side of the tarot deck. We've got the kings of the four suits, the empress and the emperor, and the high priestess and the magician. They are, or sorry, the high priestess and the hierophant. They're kind of like the two leaders. So the kings are below, and then we've got the spiritual leaders in the deck, which are the high priestess and the hierophant, and the physical nuts and bolts political leaders, which is the emperor and empress. And unfortunately, with a tarot deck, the empress takes precedent. So in the what you need to know position, it really is saying that I don't know whether he is a boss, but the fact that the emperor's come up, it could be that there are some limitations here as to what he is able to do. Do you know what I mean? So it could be that there are some hang on, I've just clicked on here because this came up. Okay, that's good to know. Right, hang on, that's good to know. I'll tell you why, Bryn, because if no, I Wispy, just confirm this thought. Right. Okay, thank you. That it might not be that he's in a position above you, but there's still a blockage here because this is so reversed. This is absolutely like, you might be on an equal footing in terms of position of authority within the company, but there is something here that is stopping this emperor, and because it's affecting this world as well, right? So both of these are very much linked. This is saying that, sorry, not the world, the magician. This is saying that the magician hasn't got that ability to manifest these things, right? So he hasn't, and I don't think you have either. This emperor coming in reversed is saying there is something stopping the emperor's decisions. So before you start anything that's going to lead to a little bit of, before you start anything that leads to that, double check what the policies are between employees, especially if you're management level or above, because there could still be policies in place. Okay, so it might not be that you're an underling, but this emperor being reversed, either he's absolutely not into you, right, and that's why the emperor's like, his decisions are completely somewhere else, or it's that there is a question mark over whether or not this is allowed, right? Wispy is really this word, not allowed. That's what I keep getting, right? So just double check, because all I keep getting in my head, thank you, Wispy, you can take it off now. All I keep getting in my head is it's not allowed. It's not allowed. The opportunity, we've got the Six of Pentacles. Now this is interesting, right? Because even though it's saying that it's not allowed, there is an opportunity for something. It's work-based, it's not romance-based. There's only one cup card here, but there is an opportunity to talk about outside of work, right? And that is something to do with this Six of Pentacles. So Pentacles is work, career, finances, and the sixes are about community. So if there is an event, this is upright, so it's a positive. If there is an event coming up around Christmas, if there's a Christmas party, if there's a works night out, something like that, it feels like he's going to be there and you've got the opportunity to talk, right? So that's coming up. The blockage here is this Emperor card. What this Emperor card, why he's reversed, what is stopping these decisions and not being able to make decisions. It could be there's something in his personal life that is stopping it, right? Whether he's coming out of a relationship, in a relationship, whether there's something going on in a previous relationship, there's something here that the Emperor is choosing not to go down, and is not allowed. Don't know what that's referencing. We've got the Three of Wands, which is connecting the Magician reversed and the Emperor reversed, right? So the Three of Wands is talking about confidence, it's talking about self-esteem, all of these positive things. But this again is reversed. So it could be that he's coming out of a bad relationship, a bad breakup, he's not quite divorced, something like that. It could be that there is something here where he is not able to do anything yet. Do you know what I mean? So it's like not able to make the life altering decisions, and not able to act on making those decisions and make things happen and manifest, but also not able to make those decisions because of there's something here around this 3. Now it could be that there's a child. 3 often represents like 2 as a couple, 3 is adding in a third. That could be a child. In a partnership situation, it could be expanding a business. It could be doing all these sort of things. In terms of wands, so when we look at confidence and security and things like that, it could be that he knows he's not going to be in the company for very long. He might have decided that actually sometime next year he's going to move on, and he might be looking at moving, you know, going abroad or taking a complete different job or retiring or whatever it might be. There's something here that is stopping him in terms of making an adaptation to what the plans are now. Does that make sense? Because of this 3. And again, it's another reverse card. So it's linking these 2 reverse cards. Stuff is not available right now. And it's also linking the 7 of Cups. 7 is difficult choices, tough decisions. You've got this snakes and ladders element in here. We've got a bat wing, or I like to think of it as a dragon wing. We've got the skull here represented. You've got this water element represented. Anytime we see water, we see emotions. We've got water in the background, and this person's having to make a choice. It's a tough choice between all of these different cups, right? And again, this is represented the emotion. So there is an emotional difficulty, an emotional lack of being able to make the choices easily, and it's linking this reversed emperor to this party or this community event that's coming up, right? So even if you have a chance to talk away from work, it may well be that you're not going to get full clarity from Mr. N, because it feels like there is something going on with his emotional state that is not allowing him to make simple decisions. And then coming at the very root, we've got the 6 of Wands. Okay, wands in this case, we've got the wreath here, so it's about a victory. If you imagine this, you can see it's actually like on fire, but imagine it as like a microphone. You can see all of these applause. This person's on stage, they are performing, they're halfway through something. There's a certain element of, you know, seeking acclaim, seeking the applause of others, seeking, you know, all of that lovely stuff, but it's reversed. Something has happened in Mr. N's past that has really fucked him up, right? Really, really knocked him for 6. And it's causing this massive thing where I don't think he's available romantically at the moment, right? When we go down and up, so this is how we look at this. We take the Emperor out of the situation. When we look at this, we've got the Magician, unable to make those decisions, unable to manifest life that he wants right now. The 3 of the 3 of Wands coming in, that is again reversed. It's that thing of having reached out, having tried to take that next step, it's backfired. So he's not able to take that next step in terms of confidence. When he has done something confidently, with the 6s coming in at the very root, it's gone negative. So it feels like, I honestly think there is some sort of decision here about changing careers, moving on. There is something on his mind where it feels like there's been a series of negative impact that is now making a serious life decision. Because when we go from the past towards the future, we've got the 6 of Wands, this you know, negative experience that's really knocked him, going to difficult decisions emotionally, and dealing with emotions, going to the 6 of Pentacles. Now, if this isn't related to a party at work, it's relating to that wider work community, right? And if the 6 is coming in and basically saying that there is something happening around the wider work community, everything else around it is negative. Is this the bit where he's looking to change, jump ship and move in a whole new direction? It could well be. It really could well be. It could be that this is like he's having a work do at Christmas, or he's going to go to the work do, and then for him, he's moving on into a different field or into a different area somehow, because this feels very much, it's the only upright card in the deck, right? The only upright card in the spread. It's the only card that is giving you that sense of positivity moving forward. And it doesn't feel like there's any space for his romantic energy right now. I mean, there might be. It could be that this is all work related and he's looking for an outlet, and you know, you might give him that outlet for a little bit of fun. But it really does feel like there's something a lot deeper going on. I hope that makes sense, my darling. I really, really, really do. And yeah, it doesn't answer the feeling of his thoughts towards you. I don't know what his thoughts are towards you, because there's no cup cards. The only cup card that's coming up is the 7 of Cups reversed. Difficult decisions. There is nothing here about you, my darling. This is all going on about where he is. If you want me to interpret this purely and simply as a what are his feelings towards you, then it's saying I don't think he has any. There's nothing here. There's nothing here that allows there's nothing. There's no empathy cards. There's no major cards coming in apart from these two, which are very, very distracting cards. There's nothing here that's looking like a love interest. Even the only cup card we've got is the 7. It's reversed. Difficult decisions, difficult choices. I don't think he looks at you romantically at all. There might be a physical spark. There might be a, oh, you know, this person's fit. That person's got a nice body shape. That person's got a nice personality and a nice body shape. But I don't think he's open to any of that right now. I think that side of him is completely shut down, because this is all to do with work. This is all to do with, I think he's in a really negative headspace. All of these reverse cards, there's nothing here that I can say to you, my darling. There is literally nothing, no way of interpreting it. It's all about this negativity, and it's not you. You are not the negativity here, right? The only positive card we've got is the 6 of Pentacles. So the only opportunity that you will have, I feel, to get close to him in any kind of way is this 6 of Pentacles, if there is a work due. But I'll tell you what, my darling, I'll tell you what I will do. Let me grab the pendulum board. So Wispy, we want a quick clarification for Bryn right then. So the cards are all about where Mr. N is. What we want to know is there a chance for a romantic interlude? Thank you, Patricia. Is there a chance for a romantic interlude between Bryn and Mr. M? That's what we want to know. Is there a chance for a romantic interlude? Hang on, I just realized as well, you can't really see it from that angle. There you go. If I do it like that, it's on a slight curve. Oh, there we go. Keep my hand still now. Go on then, Wispy. What are we saying? Is there a chance between Bryn and Mr. M? Hang on. We're going to start going round in a circle, and then it will start swinging one way or another. So we've got the circle starting to move. There we go, Wispy. Thank you. And then, is there a chance between Bryn and Mr. M? Does Bryn and Mr. N have a connection? So we're still circling. Thank you, Lioness. I'll get to yours. I've got one more in, then I'll get to yours. So, oh, it's now going. Okay, no. Bryn, unfortunately, you can see what the deck is doing. I'm trying to hold my hand as still as possible. The pendulum is saying no as well. I honestly think he's got a lot going on. I think there's a lot of negativity going on, and I think the last thing he's thinking about is a relationship right now. Yeah, you can see. Look how firmly that is swinging no. So yeah, unfortunately, that is the only answer I can give you, my darling. But thank you ever so much for your question. Thank you, mods. I know that took a long time, but I try and give the answer, and Bryn didn't feel like I'd answered the question, so that's why I pulled out the pendulum. But thank you very much, Bryn. That is oh, hang on. How do I put this back now to the normal angle? Is that better? There we go. Thank you very much, Bryn, for your question. But everything is saying not. I don't think there's a chance. I don't think he feels that way. And I think he's got a lot going on right now, work-wise. But thank you very much for your question. Chan's Juicy Tarot, my darling, you are up. Chan's Juicy Tarot. Let me have a look right then. Again, apologies, everybody that's waiting. I will grab these for you as soon as I can, and then we'll open up a... Right then, Chan's Juicy Tarot. Let's have a look for you, my darling. So then, will I move house in the next 2 years? Wow. I don't think I can look that far in advance. I guess we'll see. That's 2 cards, Wispy. You know that doesn't work. Oh, shit. Sorry. Thank you, Wispy. There we go. Cleanse the energy. And then we'll bring Wispy in. Wispy, 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 thank you. Let's get you set up just there. So then, Chan's Juicy Tarot, will I move house in the next 2 years? Right, we'll ask. Normally with Wispy, we can't see much further ahead than at maximum, any details in the next 6 months or so. But we'll ask. Okay, so Wispy, oh, did a card, that looked like a card flipped, right? Did you all see that? That looked like a card flip. Did it flip? Did that not flip? I swear. Wow. No. Okay. Okay, Wispy, you're trying. Wispy, we want to know, will Chan's Juicy Tarot move house in the next, God damn it, in the next 2 years? That's what we want to know. Okay, I know, right? We've been at this for an hour. I've done 1 reading. What the heck? What the heck? Don't forget, everybody, the cards will only give you the answers and the guidance you need, and not necessarily what you want to know. So if, a bit like Bryn's question, if the cards are giving you the answer that, you know, there's a lot going on right now, then it might be that I can't give you a direct answer to a direct question because there's a lot going into it, but we're going to try. So Chan's Juicy Tarot, Wispy, we want to know, will there be a house move in the next 2 years? What we're going to do is I'm going to do you a basic past, present, future in terms of the house. And then we're also going to do, we'll do this now. Look, we'll lay them out, and we're going to do an option A, which is to move in the next 2 years. Option B, option B is not moving, and the third card here is the tiebreaker. Okay, so this is past, present, future in terms of house. Let's have a look. High Priestess coming up. So you loved the house. Wherever you are now, there was a point in time that it served your purpose. Whatever that purpose was, it absolutely served your purpose, whether there was a spiritual connection or whether it was just, it felt like it was the right place at the right time. It could be that it was just financially, it was, you know, affordable. Whatever it was, in that moment, there was definitely this element of a connection. It served its purpose in the past, right? Whatever that means for you, I think that there was a time where the house was the right house for you. In the present, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. Is it time to move on? We've got 2, which is a couple or something coming together. Are there 2 options in moving? Is there something else going on with this energy? For me, the 2s are all about couples, families coming together, 2 people coming together, these elements, right? We've also got this infinity symbol you often see on the 2. Where is the infinity symbol? It's between this bag and this one. You can see the strings even are pointing at it. So this energy is all contained. This feels very much like poi to me. I do poi. But this feels kind of like it wouldn't surprise me if something big, there's been a fairly big change in your life. So it could be that work has improved, that there is now more money coming in. It could be two incomes. Something has changed around work, career, finances that is allowing you to want to move on. Okay. It does feel though that there's an emotional pull coming up in the future, because we've got the 9 of Cups reversed. Now the 9 of Cups is all about emotion, right? It's come up this way. You can see here, this is under the surface. The surface of the water is here. The treasure chest is down here. We've got this golden glow shining, not from the treasure, but from the adventure itself, from the person, from this ability to look into the past. The 9 cups here are just floating. They aren't being grasped, right? So there is a certain amount of positive emotions coming into play, but there's also, this is reversed, so there's a lot of negative emotions as well. So it depends. If this 2 of Pentacles means that there's been an increase in wealth, an increase in money in your household income, right, then this is showing that there is a potential here to get what you're looking for, right? So if you're looking to move house and get a larger house or upgrade in some way, then it's looking possible, but maybe not in the way you're currently thinking of because of this reversal, right? So there's lots of gold and golden energy here, but there's also this element of doubt coming in with that reversal. Then when we've got so this is the tiebreaker, we've got option A is to move. Oh, the 3 of Pentacles. Are you expanding because of family? If there is, if the expansion is due to family, then that's interesting. Again, we've got this linking up here with the 2 going on at the moment, and we've got, ooh, so yes, and so this is to move, this is not to move. Right, out of these 2 cards, the 3 is more positive. So we've got the 3 is representing family moving forward. We've got this wall hanging being created. So there's all of this like family energy going on, this creating of new permanency. I don't know what that means, but there's something here. They're building this for the longer term. They're using creativity. They're building and weaving into the future. So this is all talking about, again, it's Pentacles. So it's financially related, but again, it's talking on the family side of things. Okay. So if you do move, it's family related. If you don't move, I think it looks bad, right? So my gut instinct is that whatever this tough decision is here, I think you're going to be fine with it. I think you're probably going to be moving in the next couple of years. I honestly do think so, because staying put is going to leave heartache and feeling like you're outside, feeling like there is that you've been locked out. Do you know what I mean? Like staying put is not going to be positive. The positive element is coming in moving, because again, the 3 is leading. The 3 is building on what's come before, adding things in, moving forward in a positive way. And then we've got the tiebreak. The tiebreaker is the 6 of Swords. So fuck me, there's a lot of negative coming in. So this negativity, if you basically, what this is saying, right, 6s are all about community and neighborhoods. In this case, lots of like people around you. If you don't move, if you how can I put this, right? If you stay put, it looks like there are going to be arguments, disagreements, whether that is with family, whether that is with neighbors, whatever your community is, it looks like there is going to be disagreements and issues and troubles and hurdles. If you stay, it link these swords link in with this being outside of a community, outside of a bond, outside of, normally this door represents a church. So you're talking about being outside of the support network. If you move, you've got the 3 of Pentacles. So you've got this building on something for the longer term future, building on some sort of new permanence away from these issues. So hopefully that makes some sense. It looks like, if I had to say, I would say, yes, there is a move, whether it's within that 2-year window, I would say yes. I'm not guaranteeing that, because again, we normally only see 6 months to a year at maximum with any clarity. Hang on a second. I need to take a slurp of my coffee. Thank you. So yeah, it does feel very much like there is definitely a move on the cards, and that it will lead to happiness and joy and all of that things, but there's also going to be sadness in leaving where you are. Okay, so just bear that in mind. But thank you very much, Chans. I hope that that helps, my darling. I really do. And again, thank you ever so much for your super chat. Lioness, I've got you up next, my darling. Let's have a look. So then, Wispy, I'm going to bring the sorry, I'm going to bring the bell in. Chans, let me know where you move to. Like whenever it's coming, it does feel like you're like that 3 is it's interesting because it's both laying down roots, right? Laying down roots in terms of hang on, Lioness, I'm just shuffling and resetting the cards. It feels both a positive in terms of laying down roots, but also something maybe bigger than where you are now. Right, here we go. Are you ready? I haven't been practicing. Oh God, you can tell I haven't been practicing. But oh, this is not going to be a good. What was I saying in the members only chat about my hands? God, right, here we go. Almost a good riffle. Almost a good riffle. I'm learning. But yeah, Chans, it does feel like it does feel like it's going to happen. It really does feel like it's going to happen. And I hope that helps. It feels very much like, look, if you don't move, that second reading's really interesting. If you don't move, it feels like there's going to be quite a negative outcome for you in terms of community and everything else, and family. That 6 and that 5 of pence, that those are not good options. So it feels like almost in the next couple of years you've almost got no choice but to move. But it does actually feel like it's a positive venture. So yeah, I hope that does help. Right then, let me have a look. Right, I've got High Priestess in and Lioness in. So I've got Lioness up next and then High Priestess. So Lioness, my darling, you're reading, where next in my career path you feel lost, stuck and confused. Okay, let's see. So we have where next in your career path. Okay, I know I've just done it again. Wispy, what we would like to know, my darling. Lioness would like to know where next in their career path. They're currently a bit lost, stuck and confused. So we want a career reading. So what we want to do is what spread do I want to use for this? Wispy, give me a spread. Okay, we're doing horseshoe. I don't know why we're doing horseshoe, but we're going to do a horseshoe. So then, here we go, Lioness. We're doing you a horseshoe. A 7 card. Right, here we go. So, let's do a cut. Is that it? Oh no, it's going again. This is a waterfall cut. Oh, it's not sure. Is that it? There we go. It's not sure. It's a waterfall cut. So there could be a bit of ambiguity going on here with the cards. Right then. So 7 cards. Past. Oh, present. Influence. Obstacles. Oh, look at that. The Queen of Pentacles. I think does she not look like Angela Bassett? Does she not? I mean, just the most regal woman in just, I mean, everything she does. It's just a beautiful human being. She really is. You've got a lot of majors. 1, 2, 3, 4 majors and a 7 card reading. Right then, Lioness, tune in because this feels important. So in the past, hang on, let me get on me bands for the little animations. There we go. So we've got the Chariot reversed in the past. Now the Chariot is all about movement. Okay, it's all about a journey. So this is reversed. So it feels like career wise there's been a journey that has either gone backwards or you've changed career, you've moved companies and it didn't go the way that you thought it would. It feels very much like there was a bit of a a backward step almost is what it feels like, and it just doesn't feel great, if that makes sense. So it's almost like you made this change, you've made this move, but it's actually ended up going backwards. Now, this journey could be a backward step. It could be saying that you've had to step down from a particular position, or you've taken a cut in hours, cut in wages, cut in something that's affecting you. Now, the thing about the Chariot is it's always about the journey. In some ways, the journey is actually more important than the destination. I know it's a cliche, but it's often true. Cliches are true for a reason. Stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. They can be positive or negative, but there's a reason for those stereotypes, right? And what this card is reflecting is that journey, I mean, forget the fact that the horses aren't harnessed, it's spirituality. But that journey has ended up not turning out the way you thought. And it's turned out, don't say it, Lisa, turned out nice again. Is that the thing? Is that the thing? Some of the older UK people will get that. Turned out nice again, isn't it? Something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, it's not turned out nice. It's not what you were expecting. In the present, we've got the Three of Wands reversed. Again, this element of bringing things in, taking on the next steps, taking on the next journey, the next ventures, whatever that is. It feels very much like you... I don't know whether you were expecting to take on new projects and build a team or something like that, and that's been taken away. It very much feels like that. It very much feels like you were planning on, going on this journey, going on this adventure, and it's been curtailed. Now, when we look at the influence, we've got the Hermit reversed. Now, the Hermit is another major arcana card. Now, this version of the Hermit is very different to the standard. The standard Hermit shows an older gentleman with a lantern and a cane, sometimes in a cave. This Hermit has got a younger, possibly female identifying or presenting person. We've got the lantern here. Now, the lantern arguably is the most important symbol in the Hermit's card, because it's looking for knowledge. It's seeking truth, right? And sometimes you have to take yourself away from the busy everyday existence to find that truth, right? And that's what this card is saying. But at the moment, because of this reversal, I don't think you've either got the time or the space to find what it is that you're looking for. So it's like you've changed jobs, and now your career, and now you're like, I didn't want to do this. Why am I here? Do you know what I mean? It served a purpose, and now it really isn't. And the influence is basically saying, look, you thought it was one way, it's turned out to be something else. It's fine. You don't have to worry about it. Things change, things move on. But that influence card coming in, it's really saying that I think you're looking for answers and you're not finding them where you are currently. In the Queen of Pentacles, so this is in the obstruction, the challenge, this is all of those hurdles. I think it's money, because the Queen of Pentacles wants to be the provider. So if you think of the King of Pentacles, if you think of this as like the king of a nation, right? The king of a nation is all about getting money in from taxes, spending it on this, spending it on that. The Queen is the one who says, yeah, but maybe we should increase childcare arrangements. Maybe we should increase hospital care. Maybe we should increase, it's all well and good paying for new roads. And I agree, they are important, but also maybe our people need feeding. Maybe that's also important. Like, yes, as king, you drive on the roads, you are aware of these potholes, your horses drop a cartwheel or whatever it is. I don't mean like spin around. I mean like the cart drops a wheel. You know what I mean, right? So you know the roads are bad. However, the people in the villages don't have food. They don't have running water. You know what I mean? It's like being a king, the King of England in whenever. You know what I mean? The kings are the ones who are like, in any ruling country, the kings are like the ones who are going, oh, well, I just jump on my private jet and I'll fly here. And the Queen's like, yeah, but what about the people that can't afford, a bus ticket? It's all well and good for you doing favors for your high earning friends. The Queen is the one who brings that nurturing element to the money, right? And I think that is an obstacle for you right now, whether it's earning enough or whether it's earning enough to look after the people around you. I think that is a key thing, because this isn't just about a paycheck, it's about what you do with it. And I think that is important for you, right? Being able to use the paycheck not just to support yourself, but to support other people, support family, support friends, whatever it is that you do with it, that's more important than just having a paycheck, right? You've got to have enough money to be able to do those things. And I think that is something that's a hurdle here. In terms of the effects of other people, or the not the influence of other people, the awareness of other people, we've got the Hanged One. Now, often in other decks, this is called the Hangman. Or in fact, this is called the Hangman in this deck. Sorry, I've got my decks confused. But this time it's reversed. So the Hangman is reversed, right? You can see this person, they're not hanging on the tree. This isn't the Odin on the tree on the Yggdrasil, the tree of life, waiting the knowledge of the runes. This is somebody who is on like one of those silk performance things, you know, like Pink does, where she tumbles down on the thing, right? This is more related to that. This person is very happy to be here. They are waiting for the knowledge of the runes. Look at this. You can see the runes here being cast in the water. However, this is reversed. So the Hangman talks about waiting. It talks about sacrificing yourself for greater knowledge. It's kind of like similar to the Hermit here. This is you searching for knowledge for yourself. This is sacrificing your own needs for that knowledge, right? Both of these are really important. Somebody around you sees that you're doing this, and they see that you are sacrificing what you need. It could be related to this Queen. That's all I'm saying, because quite often these three cards are very highly linked. In the advice, we've got the Magician reversed, right? So Magician reversed, it can mean two things. One is saying that you need to take control of your life because currently you don't. The other thing it could be saying is that you need to almost manipulate the situation, or be aware of you being manipulated, right? Because the key word with the reversal on the Magician is manipulation. So there is something here about whether or not your energy here is being used against you. It feels very much like you need to move forward, right? So whatever it is, however that is affecting you, I think that you need to make this change, right? This is not going well for you right now. You need to take control and move forward. It feels like you know that you need to do this. It just feels like you need to get a kick up the bum. The cards aren't saying what direction you need to go in, right? They aren't. They're saying that you need to look for perhaps a more nurturing element to the career, or more money that means you can help nurture other people. But that is absolutely coming through with all of these cards. Sorry, I just bashed my microphone, right? The Magician here is saying you need to take control, right? So literally, don't bother waiting till New Year. Start it tomorrow morning. Whenever the sun comes up, start searching for a new job. Get yourself on the search websites. Take control, because at the moment you haven't got that control. What you need to do is take it from this to this, right? You need to have that control, and you need to start manifesting seriously, because at the moment, the outcome, if you don't do this, the outcome is the King of Swords. Now, I think this is, even if you do try and take control, I think you're going to have issues with your current boss, right? King of Swords. The king is the decision maker, not the emperor, but the king is the decision maker. Swords, or in this case, the ravens, swords are the challengers, the harbingers of doom. They are the ones who bring you those hurdles, those challenges. I think this could be relating to your boss or somebody else in the decision-making process that is going to cause you some issues, right? I do think you are going to get some kickback if you start looking for a new job. Please don't resign now and go looking, because I don't think that's going to help. That is going to be even worse situation, right? Don't do that. This is basically saying, look, bide your time, but take control. Start looking for what you want to be doing next, right? It doesn't feel like your current job is giving you any of this warm fuzzies. It's not giving you what you need out of a career rather than just being money. This nurturing element keeps coming back at me, right? Whatever it is that you want to be doing career-wise, Take those steps now. Don't wait till the new year. Don't make this a New Year's resolution. Start it tomorrow and start cracking on, because you need to take control, right? Taking control will get you to be the decision maker and making the challenges work for you. Challenges are good, right? A challenge is good. A challenge means you makes you think about what you're doing, makes you step up to the plate. A challenge is good. Just make sure that you become your own decision maker. Otherwise, you're going to be right back here with these decisions having gone against you and nothing feeling right, and you'll still be searching for the answers. Okay, so it almost doesn't matter what field you go into. Just start making steps to move from where you are. Okay, and that's what I'm going to offer you right now, my darling. I hope that helps, and thank you very, very much for your question. Right then, so let me have a look in the chat. Hello, Code Deb. Hello, my darling. I've just seen your chat pop up, and the mods have just sent me a message. So yes, thank you very much, mods. Keeping me on task today. I'm loving it. Do you know what I need? I need 4 mods in my head, or at least following me around at all times. That'd be amazing. If I could have the mods, right, literally like a team of advisors, you know, like in Game of Thrones, or in like ye old medieval world of kingdoms and all of that lot. I would love to be, there's me swanning around like the Queen with my advisors, and the advisors are the mods who just go, Lisa, do you really want to eat those 17 cakes? Lisa, do you really want to drink your 15th cup of coffee on the day? Lisa, you've been sat scrolling on TikTok. Neil, just wait till we film the next podcast for January. We're going to be bringing Witch Talk to the channel. Oh, just wait, Neil, just wait. I've got some doozies for us to look at. But yes, what was I saying? Yes, I need moderators to go, right, Lisa, you've been sat on that sofa for 3 hours now, just watching Try Guys old videos that you've already seen. It's time to get up and do something. That's what I need. I need mods in my life. Anyway, hang on. Let me do a quick camera change and a quick shift off position. In fact, shall we have a quick movement check? Let's do a very quick shift of position. There we go. Quick shift of position. Shall we have one more? Do it with me. That's what we're going to do now, right? We're going to bring our arms all the way around, hug ourselves, and then bring them back to the bust position. That's what we're going to do. Ready? Oh, there we go. Better stretching. It's all good, isn't it? It's all good. Right. Where are we? On the lives. No. You said I've got to carry on with the podcast. You said. So that's it. We're going to carry on with the podcast. Yes, I do. That's what I need. Maybe not in my head, but in person, walking around going, excuse me, time up. That'll be very useful. Yes. Yes, no, we're doing the podcast. We're carrying on. We're going to have some. Do you know what? In all honesty, we've got some really good plans for the podcast this year. We're bringing back the audio ones. It's going back on the audio only feeds on all the places you get podcasts from. I can't remember where we put it. I know it's on Amazon Music because I can listen to the audio version on my Alexa, but it's going back in all those places and everything. We've got a whole list of ideas and themes. We're going to bring in more people to talk to. It's going to be great. It's going to be really cool. And I really can't wait for what we're doing this year. But anyway, right then, who have I done? I've done Lioness. High Priestess 123. Hello, my darling. We've got your question up. How will things go with Omar this week? Let's have a little look. I'm going to grab a slurp of coffee. By the way, everybody, if you haven't done already, please do give this video a thumbs up. That helps me out on YouTube no end. It really, really, really does. And also, while you're there, you can always go ahead and ding your bell, so that YouTube notifies you whenever I go live or upload a video, such as the podcast, which will be it will be available to all non-members on the channel tomorrow. So on the main channel, Beyond Authentic, the Beyond Authentic Witchcraft podcast, the Meandering Magical podcast, will be up the December edition. The December podcast, I can't think of what the word is, episode, that's what it's called. The December episode will be up tomorrow on the channel, so please do give it a bit of love. Also, if you haven't seen it already, the witch casket video has dropped, so yeah, go and check that out. If you haven't got yours yet, or you want to see what was in this month's witch casket, go and have a little look at that. Also, I've got to say about the podcast, Neil went to a bookstore that's 140 years old. Not any old bookstore, an occult bookstore. 140-year-old bookstore that has been an occult bookstore for the entire time of its existence. Amazing. And yes, I am wanting to go to London at some point to go with Neil and go on a tour of the 3 bookstores that he went to and all of that. And there's also a gift guide as well for witchy folks. So if you want to go and check those out, please do go and check those out. They are very, very, very fun. Right then, so let me have a little look-see. Hang on. I haven't been pressing the button. Do you know what? All these times I keep pressing the B button or whatever it is that I'm supposed to press to put a marker in on StreamYard. I don't know what it does. I don't know how it works. I'm going to have to Google it. But again, maybe we'll look at that in the new year. The backdrop's changing in the new year. There's plans. There's lots of plans. Things are going to be shifting around a little bit or staying the same, but just shifting, if that makes sense. Tuesdays and Fridays, I keep saying that. Tuesdays and Sundays are staying. Everything else is staying. The name change is staying. Everything else is staying. I'm just going to upgrade the backdrop and not have it always look so messy. I wonder what that was. It's the Golden Girls in the background. So yes, right then, High Priestess, how will things go with Omar? Code Deb, I've got you after this. Right then, let's change the... Oh, hang on a second. Let me just check in with the live chat. Nina, I've got you as well. So I'll get you up very, very soon. Oh, look at that, Neil. Thank you. It's actually not bad. You feel an authentic road trip coming up in the spring. Definitely in the spring. No, actually, no. I do know what you're like with Necro. Do you see? There's a little mini, look, just there. Buddha is holding a mini Necronomicon. How cute is that? How cute is that? I was going to give it to the Golden Girls, but no, I'm giving it to Buddha. My lovely stone Buddha weighs a bloody ton. Is currently reading a Necronomicon, the special Halloween franchise issue. So yes, I do feel there should be an authentic road trip coming up to that there London. Right then, Nina, I've got you in. Thank you very much for joining, and thank you very much for your question. Right, I am probably going to need to take a comfort break because this is like my 7th coffee of the day, and I'm jiggling. So let me just see. Yeah, just a 10-minute walk, Patricia. It's fine. No, we jump on the tube and go like 4 tube stops. It's fine. We'll arrange it in the spring. And I'm thinking about going to Edinburgh for Beltane. Oh, I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it. Anyway, right, enough. Let's go back to some tarot reading. Am I going to make it through another 35 minutes without having a wee break? Probably not, but we'll see. Right. Okay. So then, everybody, High Priestess 1, 2, 3. Let's swap the camera over. I might. Yeah. No. Right. Before I do anything else, I'm going to play something. What have I got? Anything that's like? Oh yes, right. I'm going to play the small business shout out because the loo is just next door. Unfortunately, after the bladder cancer, my bladder is not. I can't hold it. So if I need a wee, I need a wee. So I'm going to play this. So yeah, bear with me, High Priestess, Code Deb, and Nina. I will get to you very, very shortly. Hopefully, I'll be back within 44 seconds. All right, I'm getting up. I'm getting ready to run. Luckily, it's only next door. So bear with me. I will be back. This is, by the way, this is for two amazing friends of the channel that both have Etsy businesses, right? One of them I've just mentioned, Necronomicon, which is just there, the little Diddy version. And they both happen to be moderators and happen to be very good friends of mine. They don't pay me to promote this in any way, shape, or form. They don't give me kickbacks or anything like this. It's just these two amazing people, very different businesses. And yeah, I've got to run now. Otherwise I'm not even going to make it to the loo. Give me 45 seconds and I'll be back. Oh, didn't play. It didn't play.
Are you a fan of 80s horror but want something different? Do you like modern horror but the regular magazines leave you a bit cold? Are you a fan of that schlocky horror that no one else seems to talk about? Check out Necronomicon, the UK horror zine from Etsy.com. Just search for Necro Neil. Blue Chalice is a small business making crafty creations for the Witcher community. From jewellery to wall hangings, witch bells to altar tiles. Why not have a look at bluechalice.etsy.com.
Oh, you're back. Hello. I was just reading a Necronomicon. See, I made it to the loo. Good God. Sorry, everybody. Sometimes after the bladder cancer treatment, by the way, I'm fine. We see how it is in August, but I'm waiting for the all clear. After all of that, I still can't. If I need a wee, I need a wee. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately. So yeah. Right then, let's have a look. Let's have a look. What's in private? What's that? Yay, thank you, Codeb. I really needed a wee. I did need a wee. Right then, High Priestess 123, let's get your question up. I'm very glad I did that. Oh, it's the thing where I think, oh, I'm going to be fine. And then it's like my brain says, I spent so many years without bladder cancer, right? Without any bladder issues at all. So many years of my life were just like normal. I need a wee. I'll go for a wee in a minute, right? And then bladder cancer happened. And then it's like, I need a wee now. I need a wee right now. I thought I'd be able to hold, but unfortunately not. Anyway, High Priestess, my darling, let's do this for you. It's taken half an hour to get here, so I know you did say that you might have to head off and read it later, so I will try and put timestamps in once this is finished. I'll go back and rewatch. So then, Wispy, High Priestess wants to know, oh gosh, how will things go with Omar this week? How will things go with Omar this week? Right then, let's have a look. So we're not going to have any information about who Omar is or what the connection with Omar is. So we'll just have to see. Oh, hang on. Let's not spin lots of cards around. That's good. Do you know, it's amazing how quickly you can sort of dry your hands. But when you do it really quickly on a towel, they're not fully wet. They're not fully wet. They're not fully dry. I hope the cards are okay, because sometimes I don't want to get my cards damp, because then they will go a bit yucky. Right then, let me have a look. So then, how will things go with Omar? Are we doing one more round, Wispy? We're doing one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Thank you, Wispy. Wispy. So when you hear me say to Wispy, one more round, it means 4 more bits, right? 4 more shuffly bits, because then it's like we've completely circled the deck and it's been completely reshuffled. So yeah, sometimes Wispy lets me know and we just go one more round. Right then, how will things go with Omar this week? Let's have a look. We're going to do where you are, what you need to know, and what the opportunity is, but we're also going to do the situation, the obstacle, and how to overcome. So we're going to get into it. Right. So where you are now, we've got the Knight of Swords. It feels like there's been some... So this is reversed. So it's not coming from you, High Priestess. It's coming from Omar. It feels like Omar's been a little bit maybe childish, not childlike, and doing something where they think first, act later. And unfortunately, what they've done is cause some disturbance in the force. They've caused and created some disturbances, a little bit of hassle for you, right? And that is something that we're getting here in the way you are. So I think that's something you're aware of, because we've also got the the 7 of Swords coming up in the what you need to know. This is difficult decisions. So whatever this challenge is with Omar, whatever's going on, it feels really like tough choices ahead, right? Really, really tough choices. I don't know whether this is you making the choices or Omar, but you can see here with the ravens, this raven is not happy. This is not a happy corvid, right? And you can see here, this person's got the double-sided blade out. They've got that out. Something is going on here. There is a lot of negative energy going on, a lot of like quite a negative vibe when it comes to this situation. So yeah, I don't quite know how this is going down, but it does feel quite, I don't want to say traumatic, but it feels like there's a lot of negativity, a lot of hurdles to overcome here, because even in the opportunity, we've got the 4 of Pentacles, which would normally be stability. 4s for me are like table legs or chair legs. Pentacles is about money, growth, earth energy. It's very cool, very nice, like moving forward energy, but it's reversed. There's instability around money, High Priestess. So I don't quite know. I don't know how it feels like for this first lot. It feels like it's going to be a difficult week, to be honest with you. It feels like it's going to be a difficult week, especially with this. There's difficult decisions, and it's almost like you've got to choose the lesser of many evils. Do you know what I mean? It's like whatever you decide is going to end up backfiring. It feels really tough. This does not feel like a happy situation. Neither does it feel like that in the second spread. So we'll move that to one side. In the situation, the obstacle, and the how to overcome it. In the situation, we've got the 8 of Wands. Now, with this card, I always refer back to the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you see the 8 wands are all kind of like diagonally depicted through the deck. And it's as if someone's come up and taken the wands out and chucked them out the window, and they're just falling through the sky. And it's basically saying that the 8 of Wands is about how you move forward to the 9 of Wands, which is the pinnacle of confidence, right? So when we get to the 8, we've had the difficult decisions of the 7. We get to the 8, and then it's like, right, how do we move on from here? What do we do from here? What do we want to take with us? What do we want to leave behind? And this 8 of Wands, it's a fire card. So it's lots of energy here. But it's saying that this situation that you are in this weekend with Omar, it's all about what you want to take forward. Wands is about your security, your confidence, right? So there is something here about, again, tough choices, difficult decisions that you have to make in terms of moving forward, not just in terms of how can I put it? It's not about, oh, there's just difficult choices. This is about you've like dealt with a lot of choices. Now this is like, you know, I don't want to say you've made your bed, now you got to lie in it, but it's very much like you've made a choice that is leading you down a certain path now. How do you get down that path? That's what this 8 is saying, right? In terms of confidence, in terms of your sense of self, like things have been decided. Now you've just got to keep plodding on and work out which elements of those you are going to continue with, because that path has now been chosen, if that makes sense. In the obstacle position, we've got the 6 of Wands. So wands are an obstacle. This is about having that confidence to stand on stage. So this is about your confidence. Whatever this is, it feels like Omar has knocked your confidence for 6. knocked for 6. Because this way up, it would be really super positive, right? You've got on stage, you've sung a song, Simon Cowell's hit the golden buzzer and away. No, this is like you've gone on stage, and because it's reversed, you've gone on stage, you've given it all your all, you have belted out to your heart's content, and the audience has sat there, not clapped. None of the chairs is I know I'm like getting my TV shows mixed up, but none of the judges have hit the button and their chairs haven't turned. And this is you going, oh, I gave it everything and it wasn't enough. Do you know what I mean? And that's the obstacle here. It's really saying that no matter what you've done, you gave it everything in terms of who you are, and it wasn't enough. And then we get to the how to overcome this, and we've got a 2 reversed. So if 2s are coming together, a 2 reversed is talking about separation somehow. So this is saying that the way to overcome this, you've given it your all and it still wasn't enough. You didn't get the applause, you didn't get what you were expecting. We've got the 2 here, and again, a bit like here where we've got the opportunity and it's about money. This is a 2 of Pentacles, so money is somehow really, really focused in on this. There is a financial connection in both spreads, talking about how to get out of this situation is going to leave you out of pocket. So please, my darling, bear that in mind. I hope that helps. But that is going to be your reading for today, High Priestess. So yeah, I do hope that helps. Right then, okay. Thank you very much for your question, and thank you for your donation, High Priestess. And yeah, I hope that gives you some answers. Okay, look at me doing 10-minute readings. I know, right? Who'd have ever thought that was possible? It actually, now I'm super caffeinated. It feels all right now doing shorter, not shorter, but like cramming it all into a 10 or 15-minute reading. It feels okay. It doesn't feel like I am, it doesn't feel like I am skipping anything. Because normally I'm like waffle until I get the right words. And right now it's like, nope, haven't got time for waffle. So thank you, Wispy. He's given me the information on point right now. So here we go. I think I've got 2 more in. Please, nobody else send a super chat because I won't have time to get to them. Code Deb, should I focus on work or self in the next 3 weeks until the end of the year and moving forward? Is that the end of the year? 3 weeks? What's the date today? Computer, what's today's date?
It's Sunday, the 17th of December.
Computer, what's the date in 3 weeks?
The 7th of January 2024 is on a Sunday.
Okay, right then, Deb, I bet I know what you've done. You've said 3 weeks because you know that we only tend to see a few weeks in any detail. Ha ha, I've got you. Look at this person here, everyone. Long-term viewer, subscriber person. Yes, you know, don't you, Deb? Right, let's have a look. Should I focus on work or self in the next 3 weeks? So then, Wispy, I believe that Deb is self-employed. Should Deb focus on work or should they focus on themselves in the next 3 weeks? So what we're going to do, Deb, is I'm going to do you week 1, week 2, week 3. Okay, we're going to do the surface, so on the physical, and we're going to do the underneath, the subconscious, the spiritual, all of that, right? That's what we're going to focus on. Oh, it's 2 cards. Okay, Wispy, I thought for a second you were chucking me the 6, but there were 2, so that was an operator error, not a dragon error. So then let's have a look at this for you. YouTube's doing weird things again because it's showing there's only 3 people on my end. Now we're down to 2 people, so I don't know what is happening, but it could be StreamYard, it could be YouTube. They've been all over the place recently, but yes, let's have a look. I'm showing as still fully connected. We are still on the Ethernet cable on this, so everything is fully connected. So I've got no idea what's happening, but hopefully you're here for this one, Deb. Nina, you're coming up straight after this, my darling. So, Code Deb, should you focus on work or self in the next 3 weeks? Let's have a look. So, week 1, Wispy, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, right? That's what we're going to do, Wispy. Week 1, week 2, week 3 as separate cards, just so you know. Right, week 1. Oh, okay. On the surface, under the... Oh, both 9s. Interesting. 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 Let me move those up. That's fascinating. Right, okay. Get out your head, Lisa. Here we go. Week 2. Oh, 1s in week 2. Week 3. What have we got? What are we going to match in with week 3? What are we going to match in with week 3? Oh, we got a major. Right then. So, sorry, did I just move? I didn't move you, but I moved the doodah, the laptop. Right then. So, week 1, we've got the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. So, the 9 of Wands. This is saying, right, work on yourself. This is saying focus on work. So I think this next week coming, right, I don't think you've got much choice. I think you've got to try and manage both, right? And the reason I'm saying that, Deb, is because the 9s are the pinnacles. 10s are overflowing. 9 is when it's full. So the 9 of Wands is all about your confidence, yourself, how you see yourself, working on, you know, yourself. So this is basically saying, I think you need to find a balance this week, right? Do some work, but also make time for you as well, because otherwise you're going to be all over the place. And if you like, this is almost like burn the candle at both ends if you need to, right? Because it's like you need to look after yourself. Absolutely, you need to look after yourself. But also it feels like if you were to take the week off, it feels like somehow you'd be worried about losing money, right? So I don't know what it is that you do. I believe you work for yourself. But if it's like, you know, if doing nothing this week, not sending out, I don't know, say you make stuff and sell it on Etsy, right? If not sending out packages and not doing orders and everything else is going to screw you over this week, then do that, but also try and take time for yourself as well, right? That's really, really important. Try and get that work-life balance. I know it's really tough. I'm actively working on that myself at the moment, which is why you'll see a lot less videos about random stuff coming up on the channel, because I'm actively doing this myself, trying to find that balance. I feel like both of these are equally important this coming 7 days, right? After that, you get into that period of time where you can take that foot off the accelerator, because afterwards we get to the 3. So this is next week. This is Christmas Eve onwards, right? On the surface, I think you're going to need to take bloody time out, because we've got the 3 of Wands reversed. So this is like saying this is about family, this is about you time, this is about putting your needs forward. And I think this reversal is saying you're going to have no choice. I think you're going to be knackered. I think you're going to be absolutely knackered if you're going to go at it, you know, hell for leather or whatever they say, something like that, innit? If you're going to go at it all guns blazing for the next week, you're going to need to take this time off and reset and refresh, because it's really, really important. So physically, it's saying you're going to have no choice but to. And under the surface, we've got the 8 of Wands. So both of these are reversed. So I think the week of Christmas Eve, for those 7 days, I think you're going to be shagged out. You're going to be knackered. You're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted, right? Because we've got the 8 of Wands is making decisions about how you move forward, and we've got the 3, which is about bringing in other people and, you know, making those next step forwards. This is all about you. I think after this week, I think then you've got a week where you can take the time to stop, focus on yourself, and make some decisions for the new year. Right? I think that's going to be really important. Yes, you're going to be tired, but I think you need to really take that time and say, right, whatever your business is, we close on December 24th. We'll reopen on January, whatever. That time in between, that's your time to basically go, right, let's stop, let's think, let's plan, let's work out what we need to do moving forward, right? Both of these cards are reversed. There's a lot of decision making. Take that away from the physical, and we've got this emotional question mark over where you head. And I think you're going to need to have that time to make those decisions. And then in the week that leads us basically into the first week in January, we've got the 4 of Wands. So that is finding some stability in terms of your confidence, right? So we go from this knackered, all of these questions coming up, all of this uncertainty, to it feels like in the first week of January, there are two important cards here. The first one is on the physical side of things, right? Bizarrely, you've got your confidence back. You've got this sense of stability. You know where you're headed. Your feet are back on the ground, but you also, this is a joyous moment. This isn't stagnant. This isn't staying still. This is actually a really cool dancing with your feet on the ground moment, right? You are stable and able to think long term because we've also got, hang on, where is it? What's the number? Hang on, number. There it is. Because we've also got the Chariot, and the Chariot is upright as well. And this Chariot is coming in the spiritual side. And this is basically saying, whatever this week of pondering is, you are going to have made some decisions in what you do moving forward. This is so important, right? Work, then take a week out. Then you will approach the new year. You will make a decision about where you go from here. Your journey will be altered for the beginning of January. It's almost like, right, new year, new way forward, new direction. And that is super, super positive, right? So you can see the cards themselves. This week coming, you need to work. The week after, it's all about you. All about you. No work, make decisions, make choices, think about things, recover, all of that. First week of January, moving forward from a stable place because you've made the decisions. You are stable in terms of, not in terms of staying still, but stable in terms of having made decisions and being happy with them that allow you to move forward with your emotional state and your spiritual state and that moving onwards. So hopefully that makes sense, Code Deb. I'm going to click on the live stream. Nina, you are coming up next. Let me have a look. Oh gosh. Let me have a look. 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 Okay, Code Deb. Hopefully, my darling, hopefully you've got that. Hopefully that makes sense, my sweet. And yeah, thank you ever so much for your question, and thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much. Right then, Nina, you are up. Let me put these cards back in. Deb, let me know if that helps, my darling. And yeah, I really hope it does. It feels very important. Not this week. This week is working like a blooming, like there's no tomorrow, right? Burn the candle at both ends if you need to. Get the work done. Look after yourself as well. So it's like, you know, do the mindfulness, do a bit of Reiki, do a bit of all of that. Take some time out for you whilst you're packing up orders. I don't know what you do, packing up orders or doing readings or, you know, sending stuff out. So yeah, do all of those. And then in the meantime, my darling, just make sure that you spend that second week where you just work out where you're headed, right? That's what you need to do. And hopefully you'll hit January running. Trust me, I've had to do a lot of this middle week recently, which is why you'll see a change in the content. Not a change in the content, but you'll see less of the random videos. Right then, so this is the last reading tonight. I feel like one of the candles is going out, you know. Have I got another candle lit? Oh yes, I have. And it has burnt out. Right. I put one in. I've got just behind me, just up there, that little thing next to Poppy. That's Poppy, by the way. That little thing there is a Himalayan salt lamp candle holder thingy. And I had a candle in it, and I was just getting this really strong smell of like burnt out candle. And it's not the ones next to me. And that was, sorry, I was like, I can smell burning. Oh, there's a fire. Anyway, Nina, right then. Mods, if you need to go, feel free to go. This one's probably, I don't know whether this will take more than 9 minutes, but we're due to end in 9 minutes. Anyone else, if you're wanting a reading, you'll have to come back on Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. UK time, when I will absolutely be back, 7 p.m. UK time with the mods for more tarot readings here on Beyond Authentic. Right then, Nina, your question is up on my screen. cleanse the energy. We bring in Wispy the Dragon. Good evening, Wispy. One last time tonight, my friend, and then you can sleep in your crystal. One last time, Wispy, and then you can have a little nap in your crystal until Tuesday. That would be nice, wouldn't it? That would be nice. I know you've been busy today, Wispy, my love. Right then, let's have a look. Hello, new here. Oh, hang on, I can't read that. Let me get it on my other screen. There we go. Hello, new here. Love your energy. Thank you. Currently waiting for my 5 minutes to be up to chat. To be up to chat. What is Mike's energy or actions towards you? Okay, my darling, let's have a look. What are Mike's energy or feelings towards you? So, Wispy, Nina wants to know, what is Mike feeling, or what is Mike's energy? Oh, hang on. It was that one that made me go, oh, Mike's feelings towards you. We've had a card flop. The only time tonight, Wispy, and you do it on the very last reading. Thank you very much. Right. We've had a card flop, Nina. Now, you haven't seen this tonight because it's the only time it's happened. But when a card flips out and falls out and it's one card only, right, and it's literally face up, when that happens, this is called a clarifying or modifying card. So what have you got here? You've got the 4 of Cups, but it's reversed. So it depends on how you know Mike, right? If it's relationship wise, if there's an emotional, romantic or friendship connection, this feels like there's a certain amount of stagnancy coming in at the moment, right? It feels like that you heard me just say to Deb, I think it was, yes, that, oh, hang on one second, I need to burp. Excuse me, I've drunk so much coffee tonight. 4s are all about things being stable. When they're reversed, that stability becomes stagnant. If you think about it, 4 of Cups, Cups is water energy. What happens in a pool of water that's just left? It gets stagnant, it gets stinky. That's the energy that's here. And it's talking about there being this, I mean, you can even see the look on this person's face. They are not happy, right? This is boredom. This is when you get stability and nothing is changing and there's nothing exciting happening. That's what we get. We get stagnancy, we get boredom. So that becomes your clarifying card. So basically, in a reading, that is the card that all the others are filtered through. Okay, so then let's have a look at Mike's energy or actions towards you. I'm going to do the inverted triangle. So we've got the 4 of Pentacles. Hang on, no, that was the other one that flipped, wasn't it? Right, and I didn't do your drop. Hang on, sorry, let me do the drop. So when you literally saw me shuffling, one card flipped out of the deck. Okay, there we go. That single card made me stop, and then I dropped the top card. That's why that was on top. Right then, so the inverted triangle, we've got the Fool reversed. Hang on, Wispy, I'm going to need to put your clarifier there, my friend. There we go. We've got the 7 of Cups, difficult decisions, and we got the 5 of Cups. Right, okay. It feels like there is. And the Page of, right, this is definitely a romance connection. This is definitely a romance connection here because we've got all the Cups coming up and the Hangman. Right, okay. So let me just get the Fool and the Hangman up. Bum, 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 bum. Come on. I wasn't expecting that. Right, so the Fool, the standard Fool is a person walking off the cliff, as you can see, right? This version of, oops, just move the microphone slightly further away. This version of the Fool, we've got this person holding on, doing the, what's it called? Colors of the Wind song, right? That's what this feels like. Listening to the colors of the, I don't know what the song is. It's the Pocahontas one from Disney. But anyway, so this Fool is leaning into this area. You've got all this lovely energy charging this crystal, really positive card. They're leaning out. What does the Fool represent? It doesn't represent foolishness. It represents the unknown. It represents naivety. It represents coming at things from a really new perspective, right? A really young perspective. That's what it is representative of. This is reversed, which means that whatever has happened between you and hang on, what was it, Mike? Whatever's happened between you and Mike, it doesn't feel very new. It doesn't feel like there's new opportunities there now, right? It feels like, I don't know whether, right, there's definitely a relationship vibe, right? 100% relationship vibe. It feels almost like either the relationship ended or you got ghosted, or I don't know. It just feels like it started and then it just petered out, and I don't think there was an argument. I think it was literally like, you took the first few steps into something and then it was like, okay, that's it. And it just stopped. And there was no conclusion really, because we're filtering the Fool through the Four of Cups. So we've got this stagnancy, and it feels like, whatever the connection was with Mike, it feels like it wasn't a fiery, energetic relationship. It feels like it started and then it just fizzled. Do you know what I mean? The embers, there's no point breathing on the embers because it just we've got the Seven of Cups coming up in what would be sort of like the present time. So Seven of Cups is all about difficult choices romantically. And I don't know whether Mike's got other people in the pipeline or whether you've got other people in the pipeline, but it feels like there are some tough choices here, and that's added to this stagnancy. That's kind of what's been going on. It's like whichever choice you make, you know what I mean? No one choice is like, I mean, you'd think here, look, right? You'd think this was a really simple choice. You've got all these brass ones, or you've got this reddish, like, go for the one that's different. Go for the one that's different. However, there's a snake coming out of it. So maybe don't go for the one that's different, and it's maybe go for the one with a skull on it. Oh no, maybe that's death. Maybe go, you know what I mean? It's like none of these look like a winning decision, and that's kind of the vibe that we're getting from this, particularly with this stagnancy. It just feels like it wasn't meant to be. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it honestly feels like that. Especially where in the future we've got this Five of Cups reversed. Now, normally the five is about, do you know what? Don't cry over spilt milk. You've got 5 cups. 3 of them have been knocked over, or 2 of them have been knocked over. You've still got some upright, right? So that would normally be the case. So you can see 3 here falling, all the water's poured out. This one, the person's just kind of playing with, and then we've got a full bowl here with lots of energy, lots of lovely sparkly energy going on, right? When it's reversed, it's like, yeah, actually, you might still have a couple left, but the important ones have gone. So the important emotions have gone. So whatever's left is like, it's like herpes. Thank you, Wispy. Why is it like herpes? I'm not saying either of you has herpes. Oh, that made me giggle. Right, I'm not saying either of you have herpes. Wow, that was a random thought that popped in my head. What I'm saying is, like, you've got the initial something, and then something is lingering for a long time under the surface. So, like, once you've got that initial cold sore, once you've got that initial contact, so you snogged somebody, then you get the cold sore coming back every winter. That's basically what I'm referring to with that, right? So it's like you've got the initial connection, and then there's the trails of a vibe going on. The connective tissue, so connecting the Fool to the Seven of Cups, we've got the Page of Cups. Really, really youthful, naive energy here. Really youthful, really naive. We've got somebody making, their spirit is they're into halves. They don't know what to do. They don't know what direction they're going in. Pigs will fly, literally. Really inexperienced. They've got vibes coming off them in every which way. There's this, like, making a little heart symbol. There's a lot going on with this Page of Cups, right? But basically, they don't know what the hell they're doing. So I don't know whether this was you or Mike's energy. I think it's more Mike's energy. It's like they got into something with the Full, new energy coming in, the Page, very young, naive energy, and then the difficult decisions come in, and they just stop. They just stop. It's like you say to them, I don't know. It's like you say to them, "Can you go and wash the car for me?" And they go, bye. Or it's like they go, right, I'm just nipping out for, a sponge. I need to go to the corner shop for a sponge to wash your car. And then you never see them again. It's like, out of here. The connective tissue between the Seven of Cups are these difficult choices and this feeling of watching everything gurgle away and the just having the vibes left. We've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. So this is almost like, I don't know whether this is you or Mike, but it feels like this is your energy where you were like, there was a hope of something, maybe family, maybe something else, maybe children. There was a hope, a whisper, a hint of that. And then, oh my gosh, hang on a second. I've got some instability issues at my end. Apologies if this is getting a bit wibbly at my end. I don't know why. It's saying I'm still connected. Hang on. Why are we connected on the Wi-Fi? What's just happened to the cable? Right, I'll have to double check that. Oh gosh, hang on. My camera's just died. Oh, hang on. I don't know what's happening. Bear with. Come on. There we go. Wispy's had enough. Look, he's like, it's 8 o'clock. Sorry, it's 9 o'clock. We're off. But anyway, that's the connective tissue between the two. It's almost like there was a hint of something. It's financially related or growth related. So it's like maybe one of you was talking a little bit quick about, future plans and things like that. And then it just, do you know what I mean? And then it just kind of petered out. And then finally, the root of it all, we've got the Hangman. And the Hangman is talking about there being this sacrifice, right? And normally the Hangman is the sacrifice for the better good. So it's like you're giving up something for long-term gain. It's all right. We're back. We're fully connected again now. I don't know what that was. The Ethernet cable. Yeah, the Ethernet cable just stopped working. We went onto Wi-Fi for a second. But anyway, the Hangman is basically saying that this is the universe. This is the mods going time. But the Hangman is basically saying that there is a sacrifice going on. So a sacrifice was made for this relationship, but it was worth it. It wasn't worth it, right? It wasn't worth the sacrifice because it's reversed. So if we take this present card out of the equation, because we've got the 4 as well, so we move these out, what we're looking at is the pattern. So we've gone from the 4, new energy, new connection, to the Page, youthful, naive. This is the ultimate foolish card, right? The ultimate foolish, don't know what they're doing, down to a sacrifice, waiting for nothing, right? It's not worth waiting for. All of this coming through this stagnant 4 of Cups. We then go back up from this idea of waiting for something. There's this hint of a possible something that might have happened but isn't going to, with this family connection, going all the way back up to this idea of look at what you could have won, right? Look at what you've lost. To be honest with you, I don't think that Mike and you have compatible energy. You might do, but from what the cards are saying, it doesn't feel like Mike feels that way, because literally what you're talking about, your question is, what are Mike's energies or activities towards you? And I think it's been made crystal clear. If he's still in the picture, then I would, if he's still around, I get the impression that he's backing off emotionally, ready to scarp her. If he hasn't scarpered already, then it feels like maybe you've closed that book and maybe you're hoping that he wants to come back for you, but I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to. In all honesty, it feels like for whatever reason, that stagnant energy is there, and I think it's not worth reconnecting. And I don't think Mike's journey is to reconnect to that energy with you, my darling. I hope that helps. I really hope you haven't waited all this time hoping that, I was going to say, yeah, Mike's coming back, it's all going to be wonderful, and then actually I've just dashed all your dreams. You don't know. Tarot is only for entertainment purposes. You do make all your own decisions about your own life. So it's always possible that Mike could come back in and say, hello, actually, let's go for a date. Or it's always possible that you could ask Mike out on a date if you want to re-engage. You know what I mean? So I I've got to say that if I'm, hang on, let me change the camera. I've got to say that if I'm right, and if that connection has petered out, if that connection has ended, then I think that's the right answer. Put it that way. I think that was the right move. Whoever decided that, I've got a feeling. I don't know whether Mike decided to end it or whether you decided to end it, and now you're wondering whether Mike wants to come back. I think it was. I don't think it actually matters. I think if anything, it may well have been you that kind of went. There we go. Sorry, it just has to put the lid back on. Otherwise, if I don't put the lid back on, I will lose the deck. Which happened recently with my Hanson Roberts deck. Look, I've got the box. Do I know where the cards are? Nope. They might be down the back, but I don't think they are. Anyway, I hope that helps. Let me have a look in the live chat, Nina. Let me have a look. Retrograding technological issues. No, listen, my dragons are very good at going, the mods aren't telling me to shut up. The dragons will tell me to shut up, and then they put the gremlins in the Wi-Fi. So yeah, that happens. You still love the person, even though it was the best decision for you. What was the best decision for you? Oh, hang on. It was toxic. All the cup energy is definitely water, Scorpio, and that was Mike. For me, it's definitely water energy, and tarot water is about emotions. I don't connect star sign energy to it because I don't know enough about astrology. I can't even remember what my star sign connects to be honest with you. He expected me to stick around for his shenanigans, and I did what I had to do. Yep, that'll be the full, and that will be the page. That'll be the page. Absolutely. He broke up with you but wanted you to stay living with him. Oh no, you left while he was at work. Jesus, do not mess with Nina. Absolutely, girl. Sorry, I assume by the name and the picture and the flowers that girl is not offensive. I apologize if it is. I didn't mean to say that. Scorpios are very intense and judgmental. Who do I know that's a Scorpio? I know quite a few Scorpios actually, I think. Again, not very good with that. You're in a relationship, 2 months with no contact. Okay, didn't I say that at the beginning of the reading, that there was a gap between then and now? Yeah, it really does. It really does. Oh, subscriber mode. Right, I get you. Hopefully that helps, Nina. I really think that yeah, I think you've done absolutely the right thing. Absolutely the right thing. You wish you could have seen his face when he came home and no Nina. Did you not even get a contact from him? If not, it just shows you you're better off out the picture. But that is going to be it for me today, everybody. Thank you so much for everybody joining. Thank you so much for people who sent super chats. Thank you as ever to the wonderful moderators. You know I can't do it without you. As always, don't forget, everybody, a percentage of all of the super chat money, once YouTube takes its 35 or 30%, whatever it is that YouTube takes, whatever's left and gets, so this is how it works, right? It gets not translated, what's the word, converted into Great British pounds, and then no, YouTube takes its cut in dollars. Then it gets translated into Great British pounds when Google decides to send it. So depending on what the pound is, when that comes through, 10% goes to each of the 2 bladder cancer charities that we support. One is Bladder Cancer UK and the other one is Fight Bladder Cancer. So there are donations that go off to that. So thank you everybody for helping send super chats and helping to support those amazing charities. So thank you. Right then. That is going to be it for me today, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you to the subscribers and the most love in the world. And I haven't been able to read the majority of, I haven't been on the comment screen at all really tonight. So apologies. I will scan through it later when I try and put the time codes in. Because I'm going to start doing that again for everybody. But thank you so much to the mods. You have been able to keep this chat running tonight, as you always do. The mods are the most amazing people here on YouTube of any community. They help keep this community safe. They help keep this community friendly and upbeat and a very nice place for us to hang out. And they allow me to do the tarot readings that I do, because without them, I wouldn't be able to do everything with the cards and all the rest of it. So thank you very much to the mods. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the channel members. You can always join if you would like to become a channel member. You do get videos early. There'll be a members only Q&A between now and Christmas. Between now and New Year, I think, with myself. So yeah, if you want to come and be a member, you can join us just here. Look, buymeacoffee.com/Beyond Authentic. Buy Me a Coffee is very, very similar to Patreon. But that is going to be it for me tonight. And as I always say, stay you, stay true, stay authentic. And I will see you all. Hang on, there we go. I will see you all very soon. Once again, I'm back on Tuesday. So I'll see you all on Tuesday. And again, thank you all for being here.